All right, what's cracking, Leah?
What's
What's up?
cracking? What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too.
You heard Jimmy Kimmel got you heard about Jimmy
Man,
Kimmel?
man, is that gonna stick? Is that gonna stick, you think?
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean,
from
he
what
is a
I
slave to the network at the end of the day. That proves it right there. So
well, okay, there's a whole lot of different ways we could approach this Jimmy Kimmel thing, to be honest with you. First off, personally, I just didn't think he was funny anymore. I haven't watched Jimmy Kimmel since like the Man Show, way back in the day with him and Adam Carolla.
I'm getting them mixed up so much. Jimmy Kimmel and then the one that's funny, which is the one,
What do you mean? And then the
then
one that's
the
funny,
late night guy that's funny that I'm gonna
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, okay, I get them mixed up. I haven't
Jimmy
watched late
Fallon's
night for so long.
ABC,
He's what? Oh,
and,
Kimmel. Yeah, yeah. I didn't even watch what he said. I started to, and then I just didn't.
and
Because,
Jimmy Kimmel's on ABC.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't have anything pulled up for him specifically. I just typed in Jimmy Kimmel Live, and this is what comes up first. But first, I'm gonna see if I can find the
The
what he
clip. I would
said.
like to, yeah, I would like to. There it goes.
These are the comments that led to him getting fired.
This kid who we had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. There's demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish.
That's it? That's all he said?
Yeah, the thing about what he said wasn't the end. Actually, that part was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that wasn't
Even
that. I mean, he
even
was talking
though
about
it
the
was
president
even
more
though it
than
was a little,
in bad taste.
contextually kind of
Yeah.
like, blurry. I think the last part was actually kind of funny, but the first part was out and out false. Listen.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the
Why do
That's
why do you
absolutely
think that's
100%
false? They were definitely
because it
not.
is false.
Why
And
do you say
everybody
that?
knows it. Huh?
Wait, why do you say that? Why do you say it's false? They were
Because the
definitely
official narrative is that this guy had a transgender girlfriend. He wrote anti-fascist on his gun magazines. I mean, it's
well,
100,
yeah,
it's obviously false, right?
I mean, the story,
The shooter
it
was on the
seems like it's
left.
put together really well. Like, I mean, not really well, like really
Yeah,
like,
but well, that's not what we're talking about. What we're saying is that the
um,
story is this,
yeah,
and what he
but his
said,
parents were Republican and he was from a Mormon church and all that. So he, like, people
right.
really,
But what Jimmy Kimmel said was that this guy was one of MAGA's own. So he's blaming MAGA for the death of Charlie Kirk.
what do you think he was liberal? I think what he's
He
saying
was
is my
definitely
experience.
left-leaning. It's not even a question that he was
I don't
left-leaning.
think so.
He had a transgender girlfriend. He was
I
left-leaning.
know, but that doesn't, I mean, you know how many
Yeah.
closeted freaking, but you know how
But he
many
was,
like
yeah,
gay
he
Republicans
was
there are?
left-leaning. That's what it is. Like, I don't want to
My
argue like
point.
stuff that everybody knows. Like, that's why that's the
We have
talk.
different
That's why
algorithms, is what I'm
this was
telling you. We have different
controversial.
algorithms.
No, no,
Even
but
when
that's
the mayor
okay.
was
But that's why he got fired because he said something that everybody knows is false. That's why he got. That's
that the
why.
right was desperately trying to paint him as not one of theirs is not false. That's true. Even if he's left, it doesn't matter what he actually is. But the
Okay.
fact
Well,
that
you can have your take on it, but
yeah, I mean,
I
they
think
definitely were
that what
trying
he's doing
to
is
the point where they didn't put.
blaming the people who lost one for the death of their own, and he's doing it in a way that's
I mean,
completely dishonest and disingenuous.
I
That's what it
don't know.
sounds like to me,
I don't
but
know.
that's me.
Difference in opinion because
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway,
that was
but
my
that is
experience
what the
too.
controversy is about, literally, because a lot of people,
Um,
I guess, seem to feel like that's you going too far, bro. You stepped over. That's what this
So they were
says.
more worried
As
about
you can
their like
see,
their
fuck around
reputation
and
or
find
whatever.
out. Huh?
So it's like more their reputation
Okay,
rather
so
than the death of
here's the
Charlie
thing.
Kirk at that point.
Here's the thing. Television stations have an obligation to uphold the public trust, is how it's put, I believe, in legal terms.
Hmm.
So basically, if a station is fomenting violence, those sorts of things, or deliberately putting out misinformation, that is not in the public good. So you can't really do that. And
I thought
I know
comedians
that
were.
Obama, again, that part wasn't him making a joke. The joke was later.
I hear you. I think it's blurred lines for sure because
Now, again,
comedians.
I don't know how this parallels with the Smith Month Act exactly. I'm not like
Right.
super learned into this, and I
Mhm.
understand that the government can propagandize its citizens, but this is not a government show, to my knowledge, yet, right? Hasn't been proven to
Yeah,
be
but
a
but I
CIA yet,
mean,
but
there's also like subjectivity and algorithmic experience. Like I don't know, like because what I saw was more in line with what he was saying. What and yours is different, so I don't know
that
where
the
they.
dude was. You saw that he was MAGA.
Yeah, absolutely. Like not that not necessarily that he was MAGA, but that he was a Republican. Like right, like
Okay, so
he
if
was
Jimmy
more like a
says he's
groiper. A
okay,
groiper is definitely not left leaning.
okay. Okay, he was not a groiper. Like, where are you
That's
getting
all I
this?
get. That's what I have on my feed is that he was a groiper. Like he was a follower of Nick Fuentes, and he was one of that crew, and who they were sick and fed up with Kirk, and I mean that's all I have on my feed. I never heard that he was
I
anything. I
have
mean, of
to
course, people.
understand this. No, I have to
Huh?
understand this. Here, let's just do it quickly because I've not seen anything about him following Nick Fuentes. It's like
Oh wow,
crazy.
yeah. All I have is that he's a groiper, and the end people describing the differences between the following not cult, but of Charlie Kirk, and then um you love Grok. No,
No,
I get
it's
it. I get it.
available
Don't
and
you
it's
know I'm a
quick.
fan. You know I'm a fan of the AI. I'm not even tripping. That is one nice looking king.
That is crazy.
What?
I've not seen any of this. That's crazy, the algorithms.
Hmm.
Digital evidence, including Robinson's Discord and social media activity, showed he consumed Fuentes' content, shared Groyper memes, and echoed
Yeah.
Fuentes' anti-Kirk rhetoric, such as
Mhm.
calling Kirk a Zionist sellout. However, Fuentes has publicly denied any direct involvement in the shooting and claimed his followers were being framed based on insufficient evidence. The shooter's motives remain complex, with bullet casings bearing cryptic messages, blending far right and ironic internet culture,
Yeah,
complicating
it
a
says nothing
clear
about left.
ideological picture.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, on the left, on the left. Oh, you meant to put right?
yes.
Okay. Hot.
Oops.
Let me see what your boy says in ChatGPT.
I'm just curious. The evidence leans him towards being aligned with the far right, especially the Groyper faction associated with Nick Fuentes. His online activity, Discord posts, social media follows, and memes shows that he was steeped in far-right rhetoric, including anti-Semitic tropes and
That's what I
criticisms of
heard.
mainstream conservatives like Charlie Kirk for being moderate or Zionist. That said, his motives aren't crystal clear. Some of his posts and overall vibe suggest a mix of irony and nihilism, which can blur ideological lines. If I had to choose, I'd say he lands on the far right. Think Groyper style, dissident right, not mainstream conservative. But the picture's messy, and pinning it solely on ideology risks oversimplifying.
So that's
Wow.
that's why I said that I didn't think that he was so off with what he said, like not to get rid of
Wow.
fire.
That is crazy that I haven't seen, like, I've seen literally none of that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. It can.
I have not seen like, that's crazy. We're gonna go through this timeline a little bit, right? And
Mhm.
just see if anything like Groiper like comes up, right? Because like I said, I just typed in Jimmy Kimmel Live, right?
I'm thinking too, if we have time, that we should go through my timeline too and just see what comes up on my home
See what
feed
comes
just to
up
see
on
the
yours.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pull it up right now while we're doing this, so you have it ready. So on the top here, we got to all those people crying online about losing their jobs for something they said. Imagine losing your life for it.
Mhm.
I agree with that sentiment 100%. We heard what he said. Donald Trump says, Trump says,
Trump.
great news for America. Did I tell you how he always says, thank you for your attention to this matter at the end of his
Oh,
tweets?
does he? No, I'm gonna
No,
notice it
no,
now
not
though. Oh,
obviously not always, but
oh
like he
yeah,
says
no.
it a lot. But every time he
Oh.
says it, it reminds me of those Bartles and James commercials.
Oh, I don't remember those.
You don't remember the thank you for your support?
No.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God, that's horrible to say for liquor.
Anyway,
That's
great news for America. The ratings challenged Jimmy Kimmel's show
the
is
ratings
canceled. Now
challenge.
that's true. I did hear his ratings were in the tank,
I'm sure. I'm
and
sure they just were
and
looking for a reason.
possibly ABC was just looking for an excuse anyway to let him
Exactly.
go. So,
Kimmel has zero talent.
congratulations to AB. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, I read ahead. He's so funny to me.
I know,
That's
right?
how 6-year-olds talk. Like he says it so definitively. Like Kimmel has
Congratulate
zero talent.
Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth two total losers. Fake news, NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC. President
Oh,
DJT. He is hilarious.
you've got to say it in his
And I think Jimmy
in his
Fallon's actually
cadence.
funny.
Jimmy Fallon, yeah, he's funny. He's not. I mean, oh, you said
Yeah.
Fallon. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Fallon is funny. I
I
like his
think
little
Jimmy Fallon
music
of all
shows.
of them is
Hmm.
the funniest. And if there was no pressure on him, he'd probably be really funny. But he's
Right.
walking the line there.
Yeah,
So
he has he has like a youthful energy, and he does the music stuff and
I
all the.
think I think the funny is what's funny to him. And
Mhm.
he seems like he just likes to have a good time,
Exactly. Yeah.
So
And he's
I
good.
don't
He's
know.
good at what
Okay.
he does because there's no way that, some of that stuff isn't scripted because it's impossible to be like for that kind of talent. Like I'm talking about specifically the music stuff. So he learns like he plays, he's authentic. He feels authentic to me, even though it has to be scripted, a lot of it.
Yeah, so
So
Tennessee Maid says Jimmy Kimmel mocked by scumbag. Jimmy Kimmel mocked Charlie Kirk's death. Now he's the joke. Now the joke's on
I don't know if
him.
that's what he did though.
We got new.
What the hell?
We got liberals seem to be having a little trouble swallowing their own medicine. Will 3 more years of Trump, followed hopefully by 8 years of Vance? Motherfucker, be careful what you wish for.
No.
Should help them get used to the taste, right? Okay, whatever. A short list of Charlie Kirk quotes, but sure, let's condemn Jimmy Kimmel. I doubt he ever said gay people should be stoned to
He
death.
did. He did. He said, well, I saw it. He said that the Bible, as the Bible says, he was quoting the Bible as per
Yeah, but
him.
he
Men who lay with
did
other
you
men
did
should
you
be
see the
stoned.
messages I sent you
Where?
here on X?
Oh, no. No, I didn't even know I could get messages on X.
Yeah, I
I'm
sent you
kidding.
messages here before.
Okay. You have?
Yes, I have.
I don't think so. Do you see me there? No.
Yep.
Oh, what it says. I see these people a lot on my timeline. I see them. They don't they don't see the thing. Okay, the blacktivist in me would say that these people are good Negroes for his faction, and so that's why he brought them into the White House and such. Um,
I don't know why this is not
I'm
playing.
I'm just because they know.
I know, huh?
Leia's head is gonna fly off her neck. The truth about Charlie. I just saw a montage of him and his
I know
quotes.
the montages.
The montage are there. I understand they're a lot of them are out of context, but
So I
this one
gotta
was
share it, just like how I share everything else.
How
to
are you?
swallow.
Beautiful
Tough
today.
pill.
What a gift from God.
She truly is. She is the biggest blessing. Something that I just had
Charlie on a good day.
whether or not I go kind of like more like conservative or moderate is just seeing how
Give it up. That is a gift from the Lord, everybody.
Look at your boy. He's like, that was serious.
That was the person
Love.
y'all said that was racist and hated black people. I don't know about y'all, but you can't turn hate on or off. And a racist person would never call you and your family beautiful. Like, that's who y'all said hated black people. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, the more I go down this rabbit hole,
No.
the more I just get like re-pissed off all over
That's not a thing.
again.
Um,
I just get like the videos of folks celebrating and all of that just come back in my head, and the people who were saying I'm celebrating because he hated black people.
No,
I'm
that's
celebrating because he was racist to us. And I come across videos like that and I'm like, huh? Like, and I already know somebody gonna say that was just a clip. You contradicting yourself, because this whole time I've been preaching full context. Don't go off clips. And I just went off of a clip of him showing love to a black woman. But the point is, you cannot turn hate in your heart for somebody or for a group that y'all say on or off. If you hate a group, you gonna stand 10 toes on that. And that man showed would have stood 10 toes on something if he actually hated something. But all of a sudden in this situation, he sees this beautiful family of this mom and kid, and he's gonna call them beautiful and gift from God. And you trying to sit here and tell me that he hated black people and trying to tell me that he was racist to black people. All right.
I would like to say that this gentleman would do very, very horribly at a strip club because they would tell him things that he wanted to hear as well, and he would lose all of his money. So you be careful, young man. Stay out of strip clubs because the strippers don't love you either, is my point.
Yeah, the strippers don't say they love you, to my
Well,
knowledge.
some do. I've known a
Yeah.
lot of strippers in my day. It depends on how much money's flowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the celebrating, I don't understand celebrating anyone's death, honestly. I just don't. But the two sides, if we're going left and right, they're just counter
I think the
hypocrites.
point
They,
that I'm
they're,
trying to make more so is that what I'm seeing from Charlie Kirk and what you seeing from Charlie Kirk are so radically different that
right.
it's just so weird.
Well, I get a lot of
And
that stuff too. So I think that it seems like mine is maybe more balanced than yours in actuality. Like seems to be more balanced, but because I do get that stuff too, I get a lot of that. Here, I can share. I just pulled it up. I
well,
don't.
the thing is, I mean, I do the news, so I'm looking at news reports, I'm watching people talk
Right.
about it, and I've literally never heard anybody mention Nick Fuentes with this shooter.
That's so
That's
weird.
crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, I'm watching all kind of news, left, right,
I know.
middle,
I don't know.
Russian, Tibetan.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen anything about
see,
it.
like on mine right now. Here, let's look at my feed. The first thing that comes up is anti-left. So um, and about their violence, political violence, and they're not wrong. I mean, both sides are counter hypocrites. I gotta say, like it's crazy, but I get all of it on my feed. And it might be because I'm not on X as much, maybe, and I don't interact with it as much. So it's trying to see what I'm going to gravitate towards, perhaps. I'm not sure. But
Well,
let's see. Here.
um, moving right along from Jimmy Kimmel's canceling.
So you
I'm
don't want to
not
look
gonna.
at my feed. We're going to dead
Oh,
that.
that's right. I forgot we're gonna do that. Yeah, do that.
Okay. So stop your sharing. I got you. Okay. So this is what comes up immediately is Tim Pool's. This is what violence rates look like depending on political party. How
I'm
fucking
gonna
weird
go
am I,
in your
right?
search bar and type in Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Okay. See, I don't do much searching.
See
once in
Jimmy
a
Kimmel
while.
trending, just click that. Yeah.
Yeah, trending is interesting. Um, Trump told Disney to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, so Disney bent at the knee and canceled Kimmel. Maybe it's time for Democrats and liberals to cancel Disney. Our annual trip to Disney Orlando won't happen. People are so dramatic. Disney Channel was canceled yesterday. I'm only one. There are millions. Fuck Disney. So that's really left. Uh, Stephen Colbert highlights Trump's hypocrisy and CBS fires him. Matthew Dowd calls out Charlie Kirk's divisiveness and NBC and MSNBC fires him. Jimmy Kimmel jokes about Charlie Kirk's killer and ABC fires him. Brian Kilmeade says the homeless dude should be killed and Fox does nothing. Any questions? So the trending Kimmel scene's really left, but nothing about.
No, keep going.
Okay, to all you MAGAs celebrating Jimmy Kimmel losing his show and salivating at the thought of getting people fired from their jobs in his name, this one's for you. Charlie Kirk, free speech is not just saying what you want to say, but sometimes having to hear the things you might not want to hear. I have a lot of quotes from Charlie Kirk that's so pro free speech that it trips me out that they're using his.
Yeah, I did a in the news. You still
Yeah, I
haven't
did.
watched it?
No, I did. I started watching. I watched it all the way. I watched the whole part of the Charlie Kirk was enlightening as hell. Like that was very interesting. The world history PhD, very interesting. Not a big fan of Jimmy Kimmel, but if you think his show should be canceled for this, you're a never pretend to care about free speech. Retweet if you stand with Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel might be going downstairs.
That's just no. I think it's interesting to see the difference in our feeds. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and you just put in Jimmy Kimmel, but you didn't put Jimmy Kimmel trending, right?
No, I just hashtag Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if that makes a difference. So you got this, a short list of Charlie Kirk quotes. And then, yeah, so I get the same thing when I do that. These are all the same ones you got.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, this one, you got this one and
I
you
got the
got this
first
one.
two. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So,
What's
oh,
that?
unsubscribe from Disney Plus, Hulu, ABC News, and don't support Zootopia, Predators, Avatar. Calm down, people. That just was so crazy. Um, Wait, so Jimmy Kimmel Live get pulled from the air, but Kilmeade said on air that they should kill homeless people by lethal injection, and his ass still has a fucking job. He actually suggested killing homeless people. Are you fucking kidding me? Hmm? She
Mm,
warned y'all. Whatever. Okay. Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
these are the comments. Okay, so we got that, and we got that. So some of them are, most of
Okay,
them are
so
the same.
now what I want you to do is to find one that you know we both have,
Hmm.
and real quick, let's check the top comments.
Yeah, I would like to do that too. Okay, which one do you want to do this fuck around?
No, let's go with the Jimmy Kimmel, what he said about the. Let's
This
try to
one.
not have somebody on either side. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just
Hmm.
kind of flat, and see how the responses are. What do you got?
No Republicans were calling for the removal of Kimmel. It was not one, but two broadcasters who represented about 70% of his low viewership. They were seeing people stop watching him. The final straw was by Kimmel himself, even after knowing the killer was a left wing nut job.
Show
Uh,
more.
show more. Well, we can see where um he went on air and said he was a MAGA supporter, flat out lying. The two broadcasters
Okay, so
preempted his show.
right, but that was my impression. I had no idea that he was affiliated with Nick Fuentes. I haven't. That's so crazy.
And all
As
the
much
top comments
content.
are red, like are right. He lied. He was spreading propaganda. Um, Oh, that's not what. Oh no, it's mixed. I'm telling you, mine is more balanced. I think because I'm not on there as much. Maybe I'm not sure. That's not what did it. Trump is finding excuses to kill democracy. It's bullshit and absolutely ground for a First Amendment lawsuit of epic proportions. The FCC has no fucking business threatening anyone over those comments. One of my comments: ABC fired Roseanne from the number one hit show she created because Obama told them to.
Okay,
Kimmel is
do
a
you want
piece
to
of
see
shit.
mine, or have
Yeah,
you
yeah,
seen it
yeah.
now?
Let me see your top comments. That's interesting. They had to think people would at one time compare algorithms, though. I hope they knew that. It's a trip. I wonder what your TikTok would be like. TikTok is their algorithm is so great to me. What is that
This
one?
is.
No. I think it's something constitutional. We'll find again.
Something constitutional.
Yeah, like something like quoting. I don't know. I can't see. My eyes are so bad now.
It says the commission's prohibition against broadcast of hoaxes is set forth. The rule prohibits broadcast license or permittees from broadcasting false information concerning a crime or catastrophe if the license knows the information is false. See, this is what I'm under the impression that the information is false.
Right, but that's not that.
I
It
know
would
this
depend
is
on
what
your,
I'm
yeah.
saying. This is what I'm getting that the
That's
information is
crazy.
false.
Imagine the implications behind that. Like that you could like both sides are right, you know? So what how do
No
you
Republicans were calling for the removal of Kimmel. It was not one, but that one
we
we
had,
both
yeah.
got. A late night talk show host talking about the most popular current event while addressing it seriously and with humor. We have truly lost the plot here.
And I agree with that too.
Want to make well, listen, I'm not for him being canceled
Words.
over words or jokes or anything like that. If that was false information, I understand the argument. But if it's not false information, then where's everybody getting the idea that it is?
Well, the same way you did.
I
That's
know,
the whole
but like,
point.
how is it? Like, how does that happen? That's crazy.
I would
Um,
offer it happens on purpose, and it
when
makes
I,
it so both sides are right, and then they're fighting like they're just viciously fighting for their side because they believe that they're actually right, and it turns
It
into
says, want to
chaos.
make a bet. The reason for Kimmel's firing was not the MAGA comment. I think the reason he showed the clip making Trump look like a psychopath when he asked how he was dealing with the trauma of Charlie Kirk. The reporter gave him a question that would normally be a home run, but Trump, being the psychopath that he is, talked about the ballroom and the way. I heard somebody say that Trump maybe didn't even hear the question because the helicopter was there and he just started
Oh
talking
yeah,
or
that's kind
something.
of what it looked like. Actually, I got to say that's kind
Yeah,
of what it looked like. I heard another person say that today. The first time hearing it, they
right.
were making the same joke. But yeah, I think that I don't
Yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah,
and
because
he's older. Like his ears aren't the best in the
right,
world. If someone's
right.
not,
So I don't know. I think
yeah, I
George
got that
Carlin would
one too.
have had a different take. He was funny. Kimmel is not. Not last night, not ever. Yeah, I just don't think he was funny. I just don't think he was funny.
Yeah, I mean, but
But
that's
yeah,
subjective, but it is
yeah.
up to the network to
Freedom of
fire
speech, not
somebody.
freedom of consequences. It's a private company. This is making fun of the right. No, making fun of the left, actually.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, yeah. It's the
He lied.
hypocrisies
He
they
was
give
spreading
you.
propaganda with 25 likes. That was that's what it was. That's pretty weak sauce. I'm not a fan of him, but Trump's comments were pretty insensitive given the question he was asked. The right is going woke now. Sad to see the pendulum swinging back and forth. That's where I stand.
That's where I
Yeah.
stand too. It's
And
like,
that's why
come
he's got
on.
49 likes. Let me give him
Don't
50.
become what you hate. Like, don't do that. That's
Right.
just
Right.
it's like,
Right. Right.
and they're doing it like out of it feels tit for tat to me.
Yeah, in a
And
way it does. In a way it
yeah,
does. Yeah.
with innocence being slaughtered. Like it's like, come on, y'all.
Yeah. Now it's interesting. I don't know if I want a lot more left shit in my timeline because y'all motherfuckers, I'm not y'all, but them motherfuckers
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah. They're
Right?
crazy. But I, like I said, I get both sides, and I'm both
I'm
sides. I'm
usually
like,
looking
you
for
guys
just like,
are crazy.
yeah, I'm usually just looking for the facts. I don't really care about anybody's opinions about stuff. I don't do a lot of opinions. I do a lot of like, this is what happened. This is,
Right.
I don't
I
even
know.
do
I never
predictions. I
like,
don't say this is what's going to happen. I say this is what we know, basically, is how I run my shit.
and I do. I feel that people feel a certain way, but no. I mean, it's good to know both sides because especially in this
Yeah,
scenario right here, like
yeah,
how would you have known
yeah.
ever if we hadn't
I
have
would have
talked to
never
you?
known that he was a groiper. That's
Crazy.
crazy. And I'm trying to reconcile it because, like I said, he had a trans girlfriend. He
I
had,
think the Groypers are a little bit crazy, like,
right
like
anti,
they're
ooh, okay, all
yeah.
right. Well, I don't know that now that I know what I know, I don't know that he should have been canceled for that
Mhm.
entirely.
Right.
Groypers aren't MAGA either.
Yeah, they're considered far
Yeah.
right.
You know
Right.
what I
You're right
mean?
about the MAGA part, but that's also for people that
But
don't
yeah, it was
know.
a joke, and the second half of it was actually kind of funny, even though it was, you know what I'm
You
saying?
don't get
Even
to put
though,
that in there though. That's up to
yeah.
ABC whether they think it's
But
funny or not.
also, like, bro, I mean, I believe his ratings were probably in the tank because you can't have a show catering to only half the population, because of that half the population, only a percentage of that is actually watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're totally,
but
you have
isn't
to
that
appeal
every
to a
late night
broader
show? Don't
audience.
you think?
Huh?
Like every late, I feel like most late
That's
night and talk
because
shows and stuff like that.
yes,
Yeah. And
that's
that's
why
why they're
they're
all
all
getting,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, who wants to hear that? Who wants to be
Especially after the last 2, 3 years that we had of you guys, of the left going absolutely batshit crazy. Like nobody wants to be
yeah,
like
yeah.
cheerleading for that unless you're crazy and you literally have purple hair and that's the only time you watch TV. Like, uh, all
Hi,
right.
Leah.
Talk to you mañana.
Bye.
Bye. You're such a giggle. What are you doing to me?
What do you mean?
Is this, are you showing me you're trying to trigger?
What did I
Trigger.
do?
It's all good.
What's triggering you?
I just his face. No, I don't even care about him that much.
Oh no, he's just the first thing on
Uh,
the thread. It says Darth Powell. I'm trying, guys. Me 5 minutes into a day, I swore I would be politics
me
free.
too.
Kirk is being gunned down for not taking money from a foreign state to support their war. That's a problem.
Yes, my friend.
If Charlie Kirk got gunned down by a terrorist cell
Yes, sir.
of insane left-wing trannies, you know that too.
He's a Dunkin' Donut.
If Charlie Kirk is being
That's so funny.
The funny thing is he's at the Dunkin' Donuts.
I know,
He's
that's
telling
what's
the guy
so
at the
funny.
Dunkin'.
The guy's like,
Yes,
okay, sir. Very nice day. Oh, I wasn't being racist. You know, that was just a accent.